Bowen and Sam Maxwell, who are going to be main players in our Leicester show, which is being rescheduled now, Frank, for March the 23rd.
Correct, yeah. Unfortunately, excuse me, a couple of things happened. As we all know, we announced Sam's fight and his opponent pulled out on the day we announced it, and we then found a substitute. He pulled out, and we lost the Midlands area title fight, big ticket selling fight on it. And the killer for us was, as the fights in Leicester is, Leicester City were decided to play their match 5:30 that night. So we pushed it back a month, and we'll be announcing the opponents for all the guys in the next couple of weeks. But these, again, quality fighters, and it's just a shame for them, but that happens in boxing. But they're going to have a good year. They come through their fights, they're going to go on to bigger and better things.
Well, all undefeated fighters, and let's start off, I think, with the daddy of the group, 30 years old, Sam Maxwell from Liverpool, undefeated in 10 fights, and he's done everything right so far.
He's a great, say great, I shouldn't use those words, but he's done extremely well as a fighter now, and he has the potential to become a great fighter. I like watching him fight. He knows that. I'm a big fan of his, and he's now got him. He's been asked to me. He wants the big fights, and we're going to deliver it to him. Get this fight out of the way on the 23rd, and then he comes through that onwards and upwards. He's having a busy year, and he's going to fight in some significant fights. And
he's talking about. I know you've lined up a WBO European title fight for him.
That get him a top 10 ranking
against the Spaniard Kelvin Dotel.
Yeah. And
10 fights, a title fight. You must be excited.
Yeah, very. I was hoping for a big year, 2019, and that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be. All I have to do is win, and yeah.
All you have to do is win.
That's it. The easy way.
Fantastic amateur career, running up into the pros. How much have you enjoyed the professional ranks, because you were so busy in 2018? 5 winning performances. You look a happy man.
Definitely, and I've got to be on some massive shows with some great fights, Fight of the Year, and I'm just looking forward to being in them kind of fights myself, in the coming year. So yeah, excited.
Have you put a time schedule on it? Because without being unnecessarily rude, you're not a baby.
Yeah, definitely, but it's all built to this moment now. Like, I was hoping this will be my year, and it looks like that's going to be. So yeah, there's no rush. Like, as long as I perform the way I've been doing, it's gonna go well.
And how much are you enjoying it all, being a professional fighter?
Really enjoying it. Yeah, it's couldn't have hoped for anything better. Everything's gone well. I've got a great management team, and I've signed with Frank Warren Promotions. Like, there's nothing better I can do. And like you said, we're with BT Sport now, so I've got a massive platform, and I'm just going to make the most of it.
I'm working with Danny Vaughan, winning combination.
Definitely, and we've got some great lads there, and I'm learning every day. It's a really good experience in the gym, and he believes in me, and it's nice to have there's a lot of confidence in the gym, and we know we're going places, and we're gonna get titles this year.
How exciting can 2019 be for you? Because you hear Frank talking about the chance of going for belts, and you say there titles this year. If you could sit here 12 months from now, having had all those shows and all those fights on BT Sports, where would you hope to be?
I'd hope to be my goal would be being on the verge of a world title, or in contention, or at least my name's out there, getting spoke about at that level. That's my aim, and that's my goal, and I think it's achievable.
Yeah, and you're confident, Frank, that he's got that sort of talent.
He has got the talent. There's no doubt about that. It's up to me now to give him the platform to deliver on, and I'll do that. Got my word on that.
Well, best of luck for the 23rd of March, and let's turn our attention now to Big Nathan. A moment or two ago we heard from Daniel Dubois, and he's talking about the inevitability of fighting you at some stage, and the certainty of beating you. What was it like sitting there hearing that?
Yeah, he's entitled to his opinion, obviously, but there's no doubt in my mind I've got the beating of Daniel. That's why I've been screaming for this fight. Don't get me wrong, I can understand what Frank wants to do. Let's both build, let's keep the unbeaten record, and when we meet, it'll be a big fight and a great fight.
Why do you think you'd beat him?
I just know I'll beat him. Fire's mentality. I know him. We've shared 2 or 3 years in the GB team together. I just know I'll beat him.
And what would be the key if you got in the ring against Daniel?
My style.
What do you see as his weakness then? Is it your speed? Is it your punch volume?
Yeah, my punch volume, obviously, my movement, my speed, and just my style will clash against him.
Frank, it's, I mean, we spoke a moment or two ago about a dream fight in the making. It takes some building. They need to keep on winning, but clearly it's one that you'd want.
Oh, without a doubt. They want it. More than I want it. They want it. They'd do it tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. But, you know, there's a time and a place for it. As I mentioned earlier, we'll determine the right time and the right place. But when it happens, it's going to be something special. It's going to be one of those special moments.
Nathan, 15 out of 15. The last two have had to go the distance. Has that been something that's been a source of frustration?
Yeah, of course. You know, everyone loves a knockout highlight. You know, me first one, as I put it in Brentwood, the first 30 seconds I picked up an injury. You know, it happens in boxing. You know, I had an hand injury. I had to box one-handed virtually for the full 8 rounds. And then my last one against Scajano, you know, what Daniel said before, you know, he's a very messy fighter. He knows how to spoil a fight. You know, he talks to the referee, gains seconds. He gets 10, 20 seconds rest each fight. It's very clever tactics. You know, I'm learning on the job. I only had 11 amateur fights. You know, this is my learning now in the professional fights. So, in an ideal world, you'd like to find another stoppage and something spectacular in Leicester? Yeah, definitely. You know, looking for the KO reel in Leicester. That's what we're aiming for. Now, the guy who's going to be selling a lot of tickets in Leicester comes from not too far up the road in Ibstock, old Leicestershire mining territory. Sam Bowen, he'll be enjoying being top of the bill in pretty much your hometown.
Yeah, like I say, I'm really excited. Obviously, we've had to postpone it a month, but no, training, everything's going well, and yeah, I can't wait to get in there, especially in Leicester as well.
Frank, how good's this lad?
I like him. I mean, you know, I thought it was a tremendous performance his last fight. I think he done exceptionally well. It's how you win fights. You know, we all know that your opponent is what it is, but it's how you win the fight, how good you look winning. And he's got a great boxer's mind, he's got a great boxing brain, and he's going to go places. There's no doubt about that.
And a fight that he's going to be taking, have you got an opponent in mind?
No, we're working on that now. I mean, poor sod, twice there. I mean, to announce a show and the guy pulls out on the day, you know, what can you do? But anyway, we're working on it, and as I say, we'll announce it hopefully the end of this week.
Last word for you then, Sam, being top of the bill and up there in front of your own people in Leicester. What's it going to mean to you to go out there and hear that crowd?
Yeah, like I say, I have a job in hand to concentrate on, so my aim is to obviously box and win. I take in all the applaud and all the excitement after, because obviously you don't want to get wrapped into too much of it before, because you can lose the focus on the fight. But no, like I say, after that last fight, you can see my reaction. I was buzzing, like in front of all my friends, family. It was packed. You could hear them. Like I say, everyone was shouting for me. And like I say, best place to fight in Leicester. That's where I'm from. Literally born in Leicester. So.
British title at the moment, but of course, in the not too far distance, world title, the ambition.
Yeah, like I say, I've got a British title. I won in April last year, the WBO Intercontinental on the Leicester show. My aim is to get as far as I can. It is hard, obviously, with the opponents that keep pulling out. But by all means, I'd love to be in the line of world title by the end of the year. It'd be amazing. That's the aim. So.
Well, all the best for that, and let's hope that one happens.
It will.
Thank you.
That's the 23rd of March in Leicester. So good luck, lads. And if we can move on from there, we're now going to be talking all things super middleweights with Billy Joe Saunders.
Well, thanks, fellas.
Thanks.